I have made a decision about the blacked out grille on my Jeep Gladiator. Well, good morning everybody, and how are you today? Pretty good here, and I have made a decision about what I'm going to do with the blacked out grille on my Jeep Gladiator. Now, if you don't know, I had the original color matched grille on here. And I took it off and put this blacked out grille on. It's a satin black grille. This is the finish, the way that it comes. And then I discovered that I had left something off, right? And that was the trim pieces that go all the way around. You see, if you have a higher trim level, those trim pieces, the color matched, actually are on the grille and they come off. But on my trim level, which is the Sport S, the grille is actually all one molded piece, and those side parts are integrated in the grille. They do not come off. So I discovered that two different ways, I guess. One, in the directions, it showed these pieces you're supposed to take off and put on the new grille, which I didn't have. That got me to thinking, right? And then some people, you guys, actually commented that I was missing those pieces. So that kind of confirmed it to me that indeed something just wasn't right. So I went ahead over at BAM Wholesale, which by the way is a great site to pick up parts and stuff for your Jeep or any Mopar part you might need. But I went over there and I picked up the parts, the trim parts, to go ahead and frame in the grille, if you will. Now, the decision, of course, then became, do I color match those or do I leave them black just like this, but it would have the finished edges? Well, the decision has been made. I am going to go ahead and color match them. They're actually off with someone to paint right now. So they're going to match the Gobi color on the Jeep. And what you get when you do that is, like I mentioned, kind of a framing in of the grille, if you will. All of this around will be the same color as the Jeep, and it will frame in this black section. Now, that kind of shrinks down the grille just a little bit because you're adding color so much to the sides. And I think that looks pretty good. My concern in not doing that is that the black pieces would just kind of would push the grille further out beyond, if you will, almost, where the grille outline is now. It's kind of difficult to say, really. I don't know. But we're going to find out because my mother, and you may have seen a white Gladiator on the channel before. She has a white Gladiator. She went with the blacked out grille too. She's going to keep hers black. She ordered these parts as well. So hers are going to be black. So we're going to be able to compare what the finished Gladiator satin grille or satin black grille looks like, both with and without the finished trim pieces around the edges, the color match trim pieces, I should say. So that should be pretty cool. I'm really looking forward to seeing what that's going to look like. But beyond that, a couple other people mentioned, and I think I agree, that it needs some more accenting in the front because now the grille is black, the bumper's black. I will have the trim pieces that are color matched, but still needs a little bit more. So I've decided, I think, as of right now, that I'm going to go ahead and paint the tow hooks as well. Now, you guys can see, let me pull you a little closer. Of course, what I'm talking about are these tow hooks, one on each side. And I am going to go ahead, similar to what my wife's is like. You can see hers. I painted those pumpkin orange to kind of match the rest of her Jeep when we put the Rubicon bumper on. So going for that kind of a look, but with the stock bumper. Now, you can, of course, go out and order the paint and that kind of stuff if you want, but it's relatively expensive. You have to wait, and then if you get it, if it's not right, that's kind of a drag. So, I had actually found some paint that I painted the board with that I have in the bed, you know, to kind of section it off a little bit. And it's pretty darn close to the Gobi color that's on the Jeep right now. And I'll show you what that is. It's actually just from Lowe's, and it's a Krylon satin pebble, they call it. This is what it is. Now, I'm going to tape these off and I'm going to paint these tow hooks. That'll be another video how that goes, hopefully well. When I did my wife's over there, I actually did it with the bumper away and off of the Jeep so I could tape everything and not chance spraying any color on the Jeep. But I'm not going to do this one that way because frankly, taking the bumper off is kind of a pain and I just don't want to mess with it. So I am going to do it on the Jeep. But here's a look, I guess, at the color, the cap anyway, up against the paint, the Gobi, to kind of give you guys an idea of what it looks like. Again, I think it's pretty darn close. And I don't know that having it maybe a little bit off for the tow hooks is necessarily a bad thing anyway. I mean, a lot of people will paint those tow hooks red. Obviously, that would not match the Jeep, so I don't know that having it a different color is a big problem. But that's what we're going to do. We're going to paint these things Gobi after I get the color surrounds, of course, put it all together, and hopefully have a nice, finished, awesome look on the front of the Jeep Gladiator. That is my plan. That is the decision that I've made regarding the Jeep Gladiator and my little satin finished blacked out grille here, again, at least at the moment, and pretty sure that is the way that I'm going to go. This stuff's pretty easy to work with, so and it comes out really well. The finish, if you guys could tell in that shot on her Jeep, looks factory to me. I mean, it really came out well, nice and smooth. So these should paint up pretty good, just like those did. So anyway, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. If you've done this, particularly if you have the sport model where you didn't have those surround pieces, did you go ahead and get them and did you color match them or did you leave them black? And what do you think? Does it look better or would it look better color matched or just leaving it black like this? I'd be curious to know. Leave a comment. Again, we'll find out because like I had said, my mother is leaving hers black, so we'll have that whole thing put together and then we'll do a side-by-side, kind of taking a look at both, and you guys can decide later on, of course, which one is actually better. I'll be curious to know that too. Anyway, appreciate you guys watching. Real quick, if you haven't before and you're interested, check out my other channel. It is RobMotive, all about my 2020 Toyota Tacoma, actually sitting right up there above us. Don't forget to click that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. And do me a favor, smash that subscribe button on the way out. Have a good day. Bye.